You've been busy, huh?
Hey man, now you see why they have you taking. Hey man, now you see why they have you.
Look, we got dealt a bad hand yesterday. Look.
See? Now it's obvious that you haven't played a single snap in the preseason. Now it's obvious that you haven't played a single snap in the preseason when you say something foolish like that.
You ain't changing my mind on this one.
Listen, if you still feel that.
All right, get moving, man. I don't want to see anyone walk.
Ready? 70 Timberwolf. Ready? Pass, Cowboy 80. Ready, go. Ready? 19 Tiger.
Hey, you know what, guys? That was pretty dang good. And you know what gets me really excited?
It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports, and we've got a duel in the Lone Star State. It's the Jags and the Texans, and it's coming up next.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Watson on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. CD, certainly plenty of storylines at the beginning of every new NFL season, but one that a lot of folks are going to be tuning in to see revolves around this defense. As our game features the first ever female defensive coordinator in the NFL. Randall Cobb on the breakaway.
Missed.
It will not go down. Touchdown, Houston. Randall Cobb, 79 yards. And the Texans are on the board here first in the season opener. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The long touchdown on a very, very tidy two-play drive that time. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they will be led out by a young man, probably with some butterflies here. A lot of anticipation making his first NFL start.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section. What the columnists write, possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? What? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Madden right there. Chenault for the Jacksonville touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Here comes Cobb. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Now it's Watson, a bootleg. Rush coming, and he's taken down. K'Lavon Chaisson gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Devon Hamilton. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. On 4th down, out is the punter Cameron Johnston to boot it away. Back deep is Philip Dorsett. Returnable here from the 38. 13 yards the tally on the return there. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. On 1st down, Madden eluding the pressure right. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Right there, Chenault for the Jacksonville touchdown. Laviska Chenault with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
We
We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
47's the mic.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the 2nd straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D. Now Watson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Dorsett on the return. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Here's Robinson again on 2nd down. And some room to maneuver. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Every time I see James Robinson make a run, as we just saw there, one word comes to mind for me, and that's determined. Undrafted, out of Illinois State, always doubted, and all he did, finished 6th in the NFL in rushing. What a find he was in 2020. He expects that to continue in 2021.
Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in his first month or so, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. It's their quarterback. Let's go, boys. Now with his 3rd touchdown in his first ever NFL game. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. That touchdown, Charles, the first rushing TD of his rookie year.
I don't know that he's going to be Lamar Jackson or Russell Wilson or Josh Allen at this stage of his career, but he's got youth on his side. Those young legs, he put them to good use there, didn't he?
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and it's now 21-7. A drive there of just 4 plays, and the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Here comes Cobb. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Deshaun Watson making his way back out. The focus of our players' spotlight. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Tate. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Houston. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Dorsett. Philip Dorsett by himself. Touchdown, Jaguars. 72 yards on the punt return. And the Jaguars are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Texans 7. Josh Lambeau, the kickoff for Jacksonville.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. Here comes Cobb. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Deshaun Watson and the Texans offense trot back out there. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. This is Cobb with a catch right side. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Under pressure, they got him again. Miles Jack working free that time to take him down. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This will be fielded at the 17. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
2nd and 10. He's going to keep this again. And not much happening there as he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. To throw on 3rd down, Madden. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And this is taken in at the 5. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. A final shot before break. Madden. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there as time expires in the first half. And the Jaguars continue to pull away here in this first half. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Off play action. Madden. That's going to be caught. It's Chenault. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 32-yard line.
First down, Jacksonville.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Operating from the gun. Madden on the move to his left. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Looking to throw. Madden steps away to his left. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And they fake it. They pitch to the tight end. And did he get the football? To break the play? No, he did not. They'll say he's out of bounds shy of the goal line, and they'll be denied on the two-point conversion. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
This is brought in at the 21. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll run it now with Robinson. Robinson, a first down and then some. And down right around the 37.
Let's go.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Rolling to his right. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this one is incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion. As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the rookie's going to learn as he goes. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Houston, and this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And they'll try the option on first and goal. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That really sets them back. A loss of 6. It's second and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Back to throw. Madden. A big chunk of real estate covered on the scramble, but it will be third and goal. What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. Third and goal. From the gun. Madden got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Carter Landry there to make the grab. And the Jaguars are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that will extend this big lead.
Texans 7. Josh Lambeau to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Throwing again is Watson. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jared Wilson, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they'll try to run the option here. Space to run past the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
65.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 107 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Lambeau on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Houston's offense taking over again. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Richard Sherman. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, and they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. On first down, it's Robinson. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Robinson. And he'll take this one down to about the 40.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
From the gun on 3rd down, Madden. And he wisely will throw that one away. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And he'll even avoid the contact in the end as he will finally slide to a halt. A big pickup there on the scramble. Some early fireworks from this rookie quarterback getting the start in week 1.
And every time a rookie quarterback gets to start week 1, you and I both know the extra attention that comes with it.